back with another video. For today's video, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be doing the battle of the brands. Today I have 8 different squishy brands that I have laid out on my floor. I have a bunch of squishies from each brand. I'm going to be comparing all of these brands and seeing which brand is the best squishy brand. Different brands today that are going to be competing are Sanrio, iBloom, Creamy Candy, Punimaru, Poli, and Keybrew. Some of these brands have a lot cheaper squishies, some of these brands have a lot more expensive squishies, so we're not only going to be comparing prices, but we're going to be comparing quality and squishiness. So anyways, let's go ahead and get on with the video. Alright, so the first brand that we are going to be testing out, I don't know, is Sanrio. I have a few different Sanrio squishies here, and a lot of them are very different. Here we have one of the newer Sanrio squishies. This is the Hello Kitty donut from Claire's. And this is a older Sanrio squishy, and this is the Hello Kitty twin strawberries. Here are some newer squishies from Sanrio, and these are the Chigiri breads. Here is a older Sanrio squishy, and this is a Hello Kitty Repro donut. This squishy is kind of in the middle. It's not really that old, it's not really that new. It is this Hello Kitty donut, and it's the one that comes in the box, and it is from 2016. We have all these different Sanrio squishies, and we're gonna start off with the older ones. So here are some of the older Sanrio squishies. This one is super soft, not really that slow rising though. This one is a stress ball. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Also, I forgot to mention, this is all my opinion. If you think one brand is the best brand and you love it so much, but I say, oh, I completely do not like this brand, that is my opinion. Please don't go commenting, oh my gosh, how could you hate on this brand? I love this brand. This is all my opinion. Yeah, let's just continue now. But newer Sanrio squishies, which are super soft, super slow rising, don't really smell like anything. Pretty good quality too. This is $10 in the US and $12.50 in Canada. So I personally think that's a little pricey for this squishy. It's a good size, but like, I don't know, I just feel like it's a little expensive. Next up we have this squishy, and this one is from 2016, and I squished this all the time and it's got so many defects, but that's just kind of what happens to squishies that you squish all the time. The Claire's squishy, it doesn't have as many defects because it is a newer squishy. Next we have the Chigiri breads. I don't know, these are so cute. These are by far my favorite squishies that have come out from Sanrio. Like, I used to squish them kind of all the time. I don't really squish them as much as I used to, but when I did squish them a lot, I don't get defects that easily, and I've been squishing them a lot. Hey, so Sanrio, they have some, as you saw from the squishies I was squishing from Sanrio, they have some really squishy squishies, and they have some really dense squishies. The ones that I happen to buy, I only have like one really dense one. They sell so many other really dense squishies. Like I know I have the Pom Pom Purin squishy over there. I forgot to grab that for this video, but that one is really dense and not very squishy at all. That's my opinion about Sanrio. I really liked some of their squishies, but then others, it's like, really? Do you have to be this dense? Keep in mind when you're buying squishies online from Sanrio that if they are an older squishy, that they are probably gonna be dense. Alright, so the next brand that we are going to be comparing is Creamy Candy. So we have some Creamy Candy squishies here. All of them are pretty much the same squishiness. So for example, we have this Marshmallow Pig, the Star Donut, which I've had this squishy for about a year now, and it is like, what? No defects at all? Keep in mind, this was probably like $25, which is a little pricey for a squishy. I mean, which nowadays is sadly kind of the regular price for a nice squishy. Next up we have this Yummy Bear Mermaid. And these go around anywhere from like $17 to $25. As you can tell, the size, it's not that big of a squishy. Here is my other Yummy Bear squishy. This one I bought, the other one I traded. And as you can tell, the tail came off. And I know that's probably because I'm not always careful with my squishies. Next up, I have this Yummy Bear ice cream. And as you can tell, all of these kind of have the same softness. We have the marshmallow. And this one, it gets some defects really easily. I took it out of packaging, boom, the paint peels off like crazy. This was $14. This is probably worth around, nowadays, I don't know, maybe $15. This I bought for $14, and it is the mini Yummy Bear. The bigger squishies aren't that much more expensive than the smaller ones. This one was like $20. Okay, overall thoughts on Creamy Candy. The squishies are super cute. They have the cutest designs out of probably almost all of these squishy brands I'm comparing here. Quality is pretty good. Some of them, like the mini marshmallows, get defected super quickly, but then other ones like this one, I squish this all the time, it has no defects at all, and plus they are pretty pricey. Those are kind of my overall thoughts on Creamy Candy. Let's move on to Punimaru. Punimaru isn't that much different from Creamy Candy, honestly. The designs, in my opinion, aren't as cute as Creamy Candy. I think the Creamy Candy designs are really adorable. Here is a Punimaru squishy. Here's another Punimaru squishy. Here's the Punimaru banana. This, I bought this I think for maybe $45. This one I got for free, but the price of this one is I think maybe $17 or $18. And they're the same squishies, they're just different designs. Are the mochi seals, which I love the mochi seals. They are a little pricey though. Like I mean they're not horrible, probably like $12, but I saw them being sold for $16 for the mini ones, which I think is a little insane. We have this one, which I bought for $13. This one is new, but it has no defects so far. The quality is amazing. It is super, super cute. This is probably one of the cutest, in my opinion, of course, Punimaru squishies. We have the Octo Stacks, which I'm not the biggest fan of, because whenever you squish them, you can feel the magnet and the thing that goes inside for the ball chain. Then we have this one. This was, I think, maybe $12. Overall thoughts, cuteness, it's pretty good. It's not as good as Creamy Candy in my opinion. Some of these squishies aren't as cute as like Marshmallow and Yummy Bear. Quality, I would say quality is about the same as Creamy Candy, but Punimaru squishies, it's like, I feel like they have this like thick layer of paint on them, and squishiness and like feeling it, I don't know, I feel like Punimaru isn't as amazing when it comes to the texture, that's the word. Let's compare Poly squishies. The texture of Poly squishies range from thick layer of paint on them to this like really soft and nice like sticky texture. We're comparing these two for texture. Here is the Poly Christmas macaron. I like to keep this one in packaging because I felt it out of packaging and the texture isn't that great. These type of squishies I just like to kind of keep in packaging. Then there is the I won't say Creamy Candy, the Poly Star macaron, and this texture is amazing. It is like sticky, it's so soft, it's like hard to describe it. It's just an amazing texture. I totally recommend these, and I like them better out of packaging, not really in packaging as much. And there are these Poly squishies, which they aren't sticky, but they feel like kind of like Creamy Candy squishies to me. I don't know. This has like a thick layer of paint, and so does this white part right here. So the white part isn't that fun to squish because of like that thick paint layer. But this blue part, I love squishing this blue part because it is so soft. Here are some of my favorite Poly squishies are the heart macarons. I love these heart macarons. They're just dropping some, but Okay, this one's really soft out of packaging. I just like it better in packaging. I don't really know why. These two Poly squishies have the same texture, and I absolutely love this texture. It's like sticky. Like when I first got this, it was so sticky. It's not as sticky anymore because it is an older squishy and I squish it a lot, as you can tell from all of the defects. I personally love all the textures of Poly, but if you're that type of person that really wants a soft and slow rising squishy to keep out of packaging, especially if you're a beginner squishy collector, then Poly, I recommend some of the squishies from Poly. If you're a beginner, I recommend these two Poly squishies. Quality is amazing. Next up is Kibru. Kibru squishies are so soft and they all kind of have the same texture, which I kind of like because you know what you're buying. But there's also bad things that come in with squishies the same texture. That means it can get kind of boring having the same texture squishy all the time. I think this is a Kibru squishy. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. It doesn't really say on here. This one I know is a Kibru. This is so soft. This one is so fun to squish and I just love the texture. This is probably my favorite Kibru squishy. It is the Unicorn Macaron. It is just so smooth and I love it so much. And these are so cheap too. Like, you can find these on Banggood. You could probably find them on Amazon. Definitely Gentlin Squishies, Charms LOL. Cons about Kibru squishies. Sometimes the only really good Kibru squishies that you can get for really cheap prices are on Banggood. And I love Banggood. They have so many nice squishies, but sometimes they can take a while for the squishies to come. But Kibru squishies are just so soft and they make that sticky noise when you squish them. Like, I mean, some of them do, not all of them. But as you can tell, since they are really soft, they can also get defects. And defects are just a part of squishies. Like, that's just what's gonna happen. Those are my overall thoughts on Kibru. Lastly, let's compare iBloom squishies. iBloom squishies can be really expensive, but they are just so soft and so squishy. They're super high quality. They have some really cute designs. But certain iBloom squishies can get defects very easily, like this one. And honestly, I don't even squish this one that much. So you can buy some iBloom squishies and squish it like 3 times, and that happens. Okay, not 3 times, that's an exaggeration. And then there's iBloom squishies that you can squish 10 billion times, and it still looks almost as good as new. So I think if you know what you're buying and you know, okay, this specific iBloom squishy won't get as many defects, I think iBloom squishies are a great choice. The cuteness is, as you can tell, adorable. Okay, like, look at that. That is so cute. But they also, some of them can get lots of defects. And the mini iBlooms are so cute. I've had this one for a while now and it has like no defects. And then this one does get some defects, but I think this one is an older iBloom squishy. But this is my favorite iBloom squishy. I love this so much. This was in my last video. Okay, overall thoughts on iBloom. As if you couldn't tell, I'm trying to move kind of fast here because this video is super long and I'm running out of storage space. Overall thoughts on iBloom. Some of them get defects super easily, but then the other ones, like, but their squishies are just so high quality and so nice. Like, the paint job on the squishies are amazing. The texture is amazing. Which brand is the best? I could not pick one brand. I'm sorry. I can pick one brand to be my personal favorite, but I picked 2 brands that are just, in my opinion, the best. So my first favorite brand, this brand has such high quality squishies, especially for their price. The price is amazing. They're especially good if you're a beginner squishy collector, and that is Kibru. Kibru squishies are so high quality. They do get some defects, but in the end, all squishies get defects. Price on these is amazing, especially if you buy them from Banggood. Let's jump right into my personal favorite brand. Then we have two brands that are just my personal favorite. That is iBloom and Poly. You guys probably already know this. iBloom and Poly are some very, very popular squishy brands. Poly squishies, these textures are amazing. And these heart macarons are so satisfying to squish. Then you have this, which I bought for $14, which is such a great price, which is probably the website's doing. It's not really the brand. Here are some of my favorite iBloom squishies. I love iBloom so much. Their quality on their squishies is amazing. You can tell that iBloom worked hard for their squishies, like this one right here. Of course, the pineapple has to be one of my favorites. So that is it for the battle of the brands. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm sorry it was super long. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you liked it and hit the subscribe button if you want more squishy videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!